The history of Coppa really began when Hugh Osman had an idea to create a space where you can use it as an office during the day, or you can meet friends for a drink in the evening or have lunch. Designated zones where there's maybe a quieter space if you want to do some work and send emails, but also a relaxed atmosphere with really good quality food, really good quality drinks, served in a really friendly way. We've certainly had to adapt operationally to the volumes that come here. Typically here today, they'll probably do somewhere in the region of 800 to 1,000 covers for a Monday. Simplicity is a key element. Whatever we do, it has to be simple. And that's a mantra we live by in the kitchens, that when we're developing dishes and we're developing menus, we look at everything from how many times a dish has to be touched. We call it touch points. The more times you do it, obviously, the more complicated it is, and the more time there are the risk of errors. We're also really diligent about the numbers of ingredients. We don't believe in huge amounts of ingredients on a plate. Really simple food should be great quality food that's simply prepared and looks very simple on the plate, but beautiful. So a waiter has created an order on their handheld device, and they'll send the order to the kitchen. The technology disseminates each dish and scatters them around the kitchen. So only on each screen will the relevant dish be displayed at the relevant time that it takes to cook. So in theory, everything will come up to the pass virtually at the same time to help with the flow of the kitchen, to help with food quality, and to help the chefs be more efficient. That's the logic behind it. There is a plancha section, a larder section, pizza, pasta and hot starters. So there's quite a lot of information that has to be taken apart and distributed out. This screen behind me sees everything. That's the expo or pass screen, and that chef is the guy who's running the kitchen.
This is the main expo screen of the restaurant, so all food coming out of the pass and all the tickets that are on order will be on this screen here. So really this is great for quality control here. So what I'm actually seeing on this screen is each individual check that the restaurant's coming in and therefore coming out the restaurant. For quality and ease of service, this is, makes a very big difference. Obviously, you're losing all the paper check side of things. Okay, so there are lots more control as well with the features that you can do on the system, as in prioritising certain tables so that the chefs know that they're on a rush, or prioritising certain items, dishes. Also, when food gets sent from the pass, you can then tag that particular dish off of the screen so you know that's gone. So it's a very simple way of controlling things like no pens, papers, and when the table is finished, everything goes green. You know the table is ready to be checked, and then the table is ready to be sent to the customer. As I say, it just makes speed of service and ease of service very good without losing that communication in the kitchen.
Having chefs who are sort of stressed out and don't enjoy service, that's the last thing we want to create. We want to create an environment, okay, it's pretty hot in here now, but apart from the heat, we want these guys to feel as though they totally have the right technology to help them deliver what we're asking them to. It's critical. I think also working with QSR to evolve the product is important. We've done some work with them lately in terms of sort of looking at throughputs and how many checks a kitchen gets, almost getting scientific about certain times of the day, how busy you are versus other times of the day, and when does a kitchen really reach its sort of zenith of absolute output, and when does it really start to fall apart, and trying to sort of manage that to make sure that our booking system doesn't max out and kills shifts. So technology will never rest. We'll always be looking at what's available and what's going to benefit us. So the future's looking very bright. We're having an absolutely stonking summer. Our like-for-like sales are off the chart. We're very happy. Like any business, we will always look to maximise our profit, but not at the expense of the guest or the teams who work for us and for the quality of what we use. But fast forward 12 months, I think you'll see more Coppas out there. Fast forward 2 years, and we're going to see a lot more Coppas out there.